Hello fellow researchers, today we're finally finishing part 4 of our Coromon team building series where we'll go through and build an entire meta team and show you how it works live. If you're excited for more Coromon and other monster taming content, please make sure to like and subscribe and let's jump on in. Like we mentioned in previous videos, what you're going to want to do is think about the core team members you want to build around. In this case, we're going to start with Barry Alice as our wall breaker. Once you select your Coromon, you're going to pick 4 moves for that Coromon. In this case, we can't use any status moves because we are using the Pista Stone. So for example, Monsoon is going to be a status move, so we can't select that. But we do have Smackdown selected. We also are going to have Splatter, Flying Kick, and Avalanche as the 4 moves for our Barry Alice set. Next, we'll move on to Trait and Stage by clicking this here. We want to use Contain Power, so we'll just hit the check mark here. And then we want to use the final evolution of Barry Alice. Like we mentioned in previous videos, as you go down the evolution stage, your traits get more powerful, but you do lose stat points. So we're going to go back to Barry Alice, hit select, and then what we want to do here is go to our potential stats. So this is going to bring the potential stats that you had in game. We're actually going to use a big bear set, which is going to be max HP and max attack. So you want to zero out your other skills. You want to add HP, add attack here, and then we're going to put the rest into SP. If you want to check if you've done this correctly, if you hold down, you'll see that we have 60 in HP, 60 in attack, and 6 in SP. The last thing we need to do now is select our item, so we'll hit set item, and then a full list of your available items are going to pop up here. What we want to do is go down and select the Pista Stone, and then as you click on your Coromon, you'll see that set item, potential stats, trait and stage, and set skills are all now available. You can also make edits in the summary by clicking here and see your moves, see your item, and see your trait as well. Now we have one role on our team completed. We have a physical wall breaker, and what I want to do now is add a complementary offensive Pokemon. So I think what I'm going to do is add a special attacker who has a different typing than Barry Alice. So I'll go to my storage, and I think for this we'll use Volcadon. We'll go through the same process for this Coromon. The first thing I want to do is set skills. So we have Illusion Burst, Firestorm, Backstab, and we need to get rid of Detonate in my opinion. We're going to actually put in Poison Chomp so we can deal with things like Goldbeak switching in. Next, what we want to do is go to Trait and Stage. And you have a couple options here depending on your team. I'm actually going to use Thick Skin because a lot of people are using their crit meter really strategically, so I want to block those crits if I can. We're also going to be using the final stage of this evolution. Next, what we want to do is go to potential stats. Because Barry Alice is bulky in this case, I'm actually going to go for speed on my complementary offensive Coromon. So what we're going to do here is zero out, and then we're going to put in max special attack and max speed. You can potentially do some other fun stuff to get 2 KOs on Goldbeak, but we're not going to worry about that today. And we also have 6 potential points for SP. Next, what we want to do is set the item, and what we're going to do is give this an Alma Stone. So this will also be choice locked, but it's going to be getting a boost in its special attack. The Pista Stone is going to boost physical, and Alma Stone will boost your special attack. Now that we have a physical wall breaker and a special wall breaker, I want to add in a cleaner, so we're going to use Yucca Claw for that. I'm running Humidifier, but what we want to do is set our skills real quick. So because this will be choiced as well with the Acker Stone, I'm going to get rid of Epiphany, we'll keep Splatter. We do want Bubble Blower because they special attack, so for those like Cardoons and things coming in, or any kind of like Volbrutes coming in on Head Bashes, we can still hit those kind of hard. We have Head Bash. I will get rid of P-Punch here, and what I'm going to do is adding Quicksand for those Coromon coming in who may be resisting our water hits. Next, we want to go over here to set, trait, and stage. You have a few options. I think it's going to be between Humidifier, which gives you rain and boosts the power of your water type skills, or Fully Rested, which will reduce any damage by 50% if you're at full HP. I'm going to use Humidifier here, and what we want to do is use Yuki Claw and not this little fiddly, so we'll hit select. Few more things, potential stats. So this is where it gets a little complicated with Yucca Claw, so make sure we're paying attention. We're first going to zero everything out here, so let's just get rid of all the stats that we've had in game because we want specific stats here. So everything is zeroed out. The first thing that we want to do is we want 6 SP, so let's go ahead and get 6. We're going to want 60 attack, so we can just max this out because 60 is the max amount of potential points you can put into one stat. We want 21 HP, and the click and drag really helps make sure we're getting the right number there. And then we're going to want 39 speed as well to make sure we're outspeeding all our threats. And then we're going to hit done. Next, we want to make sure we set our item, and we're going to set this to the Acker Stone, which is going to give us +1 speed or increase our speed by 50%. So now our offensive core is done. We have Yuka, who is going to be a water type. We have Volcadon, which is going to be a fire type. Borealis, who's going to be an ice type. So a good combination there of a mixed attacker, special, and physical attacker with complementary types as well. Next, we want to work on our defensive core, and we're actually going to pick a Coromon that does double duty a little bit for us. It'll be our setup sweeper, and it's a really good check to Borealis. It's going to be none other than Volbrute if I can find it. Here it is. So we're going to hit select, and what we want to do is cancel out some of these moves like Heat Wave and Lava Boulder we don't need. Constricting Flames we do want because this is going to trap. We also want to get Firestorm, we want to get Illusion Burst, and we're going to get rid of Detonate here because we want to add an inner piece. So this will be our setup sweeper. Next, what we want to do is we want to set the item. So we want Revitalizer here, which is going to give us back HP every turn. We're going to click back. We're going to do potential stats next. So what we want to do here, again, is zero everything out. And what we want to do is do a max HP, max defense set because inner piece is going to boost our special attack and our special defense. And we'll put the rest in SP. And then we want to set our trait and stage, and we'll use Polished Body here. We'll hit select, and the first member of our defensive core is done. Next, we'll add in a special wall, which of course is going to be Goldbeak. I just got to find where I threw that little bad boy. Probably in my storage. Here it is. We'll hit select, and we're going to be running the P.E.K.K.A. Stone, so we also can't have any status moves, but let's get rid of Peck. I think we're going to want Spike Trap to be disabled. We'll have Power Talons, Clearing Wind, and then the last move is really up to you. A lot of people run Feather Fury, some people run Whoosh. I'm going to put Lacerate on there, and what we want to do is same thing. We're going to set trait and stage. You always want to have Tactical Retreat because you get 25% of your HP back when you return to your spinner. We do want the final stage. We're going to click here, potential stats. We're just going to do max on special, defense, and HP, and very thankful that Coromon added in this UI to make it so easy to set up all of our Coromon. And then the last 6 will be in SP. We want to select our item, which will be the P.E.K.K.A. Stone, which if you're familiar with Pokemon is very similar to Assault Vest. In fact, it's the same thing. Your special defense will be increased by 50%. We'll hit give, and then we're good to go there. And the last Coromon we're going to add is going to be a physical wall, who I believe is in my squad. It's going to be Big Toad. And what we want to do is make sure that we don't have any status moves because we're going to be using the Maka Stone, which is going to increase our physical defense. So we'll put Quicksand. We also want Bubble Blower as well. Where'd it go? There it is. So we have Bubble Blower, Quicksand, Splash, and Flying Kick. That will work. What we want to do is trait and stage, and we want Toxic Skin because the first time you're hit by a physical attack, you're going to poison the opponent, which is going to lower their attack by a significant amount. So a really good check to things like Yuka. We're going to do potential stats. So what we want to do is zero out again, everything but HP and defense and SP. We're going to do max in HP and defense here. And I think we have 6 SP already. Nope, we had 5. Perfect. And then what we're going to do is set our item. So we're going to set the Maka Stone, which like I mentioned, it's like the P.E.K.K.A. Stone, but for physical defense. We're going to give them the item, and then we're good to go. So now you have an entire team that has been built. This is a balanced team, and we'll go through it a little bit. This again is going to be your physical wall breaker, and it is a bulky set. Again, Avalanche, Flying Kick, Splatter, Smackdown with the Pista Stone and Contain Power. We also have our Thick Skin Volcadon with the Alma Stone and Illusion Burst, Firestorm, Backstab, and Poison Chomp. We have Yuka as our Revenge Killer / Cleaner with Splatter, Bubble Blower, Head Bash, and Quicksand. We also have the Acker Stone here and Humidifier to raise the power of our water type skills. Next is Volbrute, who is our setup sweeper and check to physical Borealis, forgot them for a second. Polished Body. We have Revitalizer Gem, which will give us HP back each turn. And we have Constricting Flames to trap opponents. We have Firestorm as our proficiency move. Illusion Burst for coverage and Inner Peace to boost both our special defense and our special attack. We have our special wall in Goldbeak with Prior Peck, Power Talons, Lacerate, and Clearing Wind to get rid of hazards. We are running the P.E.K.K.A. Stone, which is going to increase our special defense by 50%. And we have Tactical Retreat, which will restore our HP by 25% each time we return back to our spinner. And lastly, we have Chonk Toad with Toxic Skin, which means that the first skill making contact will poison the attacker. A really good switch into things like Chiraptor and Yuka. We also have the Maka Stone, which is going to increase our defense by 50%. And then we're running Splash, Flying Kick, Quicksand, and Bubble Blower. So if you enjoyed the series, definitely leave a like and comment and subscribe down below. If you want to see a 5th video where I use this team against another opponent, definitely let me know. I'll be happy to do that. And we'll see you next time. Alright, bye everyone.